Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. So, you broke no contact. Even though you've watched all my videos, or maybe none of my videos, and videos from many other people, you couldn't help yourself, could you? I'm just kidding. Listen, I know that doing no contact is very difficult, and you feel like a drug addict. Never mind feel like one, you actually are one. It's been shown that people trying to get over a breakup are like heroin addicts or coke addicts trying to get off drugs, and you need that hit. You want that hit, which in your case is contact with your ex. It's a struggle. And it's also counterintuitive. I was recently speaking to a coaching client of mine, and he gave the analogy of flying a plane. He's a part-time pilot, and he said that no matter what you see, you have to go with the instrumentation. So if you want to turn left and your instruments tell you that you need to turn right in order to get to where you want to go, then you need to disregard what you see, what you feel, what you think is right, and go with the instruments and turn right. You always have to go with the instruments. And so in this case, I'm like the instruments in a plane. So no matter what you're feeling or thinking, it's usually counterintuitive. You have to do the opposite. So if you want to reach out, if you want to break no contact, you can't. The instruments are telling you to go to the right. Do not go to the left. If you want to get to where you're going, if you want your ex back, if you want to have the best chance to get your ex back, veer to the right. So now that you've broken it, what can you do? Well, there's only one thing to do. You have to get back on the horse, and that is get back on doing no contact. And try to stick to it, please. Because every time you break it, you have to start the count all over again. So even though you may have broken up 2 months ago, and you'll say, well, now it's been 2 months, now they're probably going to contact me. If you've broken it and you've spoken to them or reached out in the meantime, then it's not 2 months. It's whatever amount of time has passed since you last had contact. So if 7 weeks passed and then you reached out, you're no longer at 7 weeks of no contact. You're now at day 1 of no contact. And so that's why it's really important to stick to it, because otherwise you have to start over, and it's going to take even longer to get them back. So people complain, oh, it takes such a long time. Well, then stop breaking no contact, and you'll cut that time down shorter. Because otherwise you're going to reassure your ex that you're not going anywhere, that you're waiting there patiently, and they have no reason to reach out to you. They have to have a reason. They're not going to do it just because you want them to. They need an emotionally compelling reason. And usually anxiety and the thought of losing you, even though they broke up with you, is emotionally compelling enough. But you have to give them the space to do it themselves. You can't force them to contact you by contacting them first, okay? So if you would like more help with this, you can reach me at my website for private coaching, and that is theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.